Hello and welcome to my craft room. I'm Donna. I'm finally getting around to hashtag movie and stitch. I have been in a very contrary mood lately and just nothing is really satisfying me. I looked through a bunch of M movies and I finally settled on Mordecai. I watched about 15 minutes of it and I couldn't watch anymore. It was released in 2015 and no surprise it bombed at the box office. It starred Johnny Depp, which is why I chose the movie. Cause I figured even if it wasn't a decent movie, at least I'd enjoy looking at him. But he was made up to look different than what he normally looks. Kind of like he was made up different for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where it wasn't really him. Well, this was another one where it wasn't really him. And Johnny, I love him to death, but he doesn't always pick the best roles. It's hit or miss. You're not guaranteed a good movie when you pick a Johnny Depp movie. There are times where he overacts, and in Pirates of the Caribbean, oh, Captain Jack Sparrow, he overacted in that, and I loved it. However, Mordecai just didn't tickle my fancy. I quit watching it. It's about a man, he has a lavish lifestyle that he has trouble supporting, and he does some shady dealings, and then his friend asked him to try to find a stolen painting, and there's other drama that goes on throughout the movie, but I couldn't watch it that far. Gwyneth Paltrow is his love interest, and I didn't like her character in this movie, so I quit it. While I was watching it, I worked a little bit on my Montana blanket. This is as far as I gotten on it. I did not work on it with my N movie. I only worked on it with my N movie. I worked on it with my M movie. So no, don't bother with Mordecai. It's unless you enjoy stupid funny and overacting, then watch it. I looked in the ends and I had a hard time deciding in the ends too, because I wasn't in the mood for horror, and there's a whole lot of nightmare type movies, Night of the Living Dead and all that. If you're a horror fan, end's a good time for your movies. Unfortunately, I wasn't in the mood. I don't know how that come up. Anyway, I watched Nessie and Me for my N movie, because it's the only thing that even kind of sparked me. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to sit back. Oh, after my neck operation, I have to sit leaning back, or I just hurt something fierce. Well, anyway, Nessie and Me is another one that it was based on a 10-year-old kid. Well, let me just go ahead and read this. I just left the page because of my finger. A 10-year-old boy moves to a lakeside town and meets an elderly. Now, I didn't want to go into watching it. I was just trying to read it. Lakeside, he goes, this keeps messing with me. It's not supposed to do this. He moves to a lakeside town and meets an elderly sailor who claims that the stories of a monster named Nessie in the lake is true. Could the monster hold the key to saving the town? And there's a bad guy in there trying to mess things up for everybody. Not only is there Nessie, the monster, which doesn't play a huge role. I think she ends up being a mermaid. The whole movie, it's not one I'd recommend, even for kids. Um, Not only is it bad acting, it's bad dialogue. Um, Even the music is rejects from a porno film. It's just, it could have been done better. It would have been a cute movie if it was done better. But the stupidity and it's if you like hammy movies, then you might like this movie. It's full of ham, bad dialogue. I no. So I'm sorry. There were two flops for me. I worked on my blue uh, Montana. I can't show you all of it because it's part of make along, but I can give you a hint at the color. Here's the bottom, here's the top. So that's a hint at it. You don't get to see the whole thing. I did not make any mistakes in this one. It's coming out perfectly according to the pattern. Now, excuse me. Later on in the pattern, there will be stars, and I made this one with only 2 repeats of the star instead of the 3, because the other one, my fringe is going to get dirty, so it's going to be a blanket. This one goes down almost to my knees, which is, to me, the perfect for a shawl. On this one, I used 2 worsted weight yarns, and on this one, the black is worsted weight, but this is a mandala, which is a 3 weight. And in the pattern it said you could mix weights. So yeah, I'm enjoying that if nothing else. I have no idea what I watched Fro. Of course, it's Wednesday. I could have looked and made a guess. So I probably will watch that movie this weekend. And I will work on the blanket during that movie, more than likely. Unless I'm really stuck on my Montana. But it's the same pattern. I'm almost to a point where I can stop fudging on the blanket. I've only a few more rows to go with that. Yeah, I'm distracted where I had my phone up. I just had to get it off that because the movie was running in the background, and I've already seen it once. I don't want to look at it again. So yeah. Anyway, don't worry about me. I get in these moods where I'm contrarian a grumpy old woman. I still love people. I just have trouble tolerating people and things. But my crocheting mosaic is making me happy right now, so I'm good. You guys take care of your sweet selves, and come back and see me when you got more time to stay. Until next time, continue to love one another. Bye.